Well, we are popping up on the player with James Abraham Wells, aka Father Abraham. I'm going to let you tell people about yourself, but before I do that, let me just remind you all that it is tourist season. Father Abraham's birthday, now living in South Carolina. He came home to do his thing, and then he got to meet me, 48-hour man here.
That's it.
So Abraham, Father Abraham, tell us a little bit about yourself. We want to know how you started, when you started, and give us a little bit of history as you see it in your own history.
I started in 1977, and I was just playing little backyard parties and things like that. And then in '78, I started being taught by a gentleman by the name of King Collier, and it changed my life. I understood how to learn how to mix, and learn how to find and select good records to play and rock the crowd.
These are some loud people in the background. Go ahead.
You know, they're my people. They loud too. You know how it is.
Yeah.
But I went from there playing in Detroit until 1981, and then I played a little bit more for '83. But 81 I left and went to college, and I played in college, of course, and at Wilberforce University. Left from Wilberforce and went to Germany. And I was in Germany from 1984 to 1995.
Did you play when you were there too?
I owned 2 clubs, played pro football, and DJ'd all over Europe.
Wow. Okay. So what was the music scene like back then?
When I got there, they never heard of house music. It was just, they used to foxtrot, play Barry White, all that kind of music like that. Old soul and R&B was their thing, what they liked. And when I introduced house music to the scene, it just took off. And maybe within 2 years, we started doing raves and all those kind of things. And that's when they started wanting to know how can they bring people over. And when they asked me who should they bring, I'm gonna tell them people from Detroit.
Right.
So I suggested, Juan and the Belleville 3, all of the guys I knew was doing, with Cybertron and Derek May and all of them, because they were a little bit younger than me, but they were coming up behind us. And but they were starting a new thing that what they call techno. And so then they started coming over, and of course that made the scene explode even more. It was an incredible ride. I was there, like I said, 11 years, and I played everywhere.
Wow.
Stadiums, I played everywhere.
So let me ask you, was there at any time, was there a go-to record that you would use to drive the crowd insane?
Well, it would vary from time to time. The first song that really took the crowd completely over in the 90s, in the early 90s, 89, 90, was a song called "The Power," and the people who made it stole some rap off of a guy from New York named Chill Rob G, and they created their own track to it. And they thought he would never hear it. They thought it would just be a club jam. And some people from Frankfurt were friends of mine, and I started playing it. And at that time, Electric Slider came out in America.
Okay.
And somebody came over and showed me the dance, but they didn't know that they didn't have the song, and I didn't know what song went with it.
Okay.
So I used The Power and called it Square Dance. So they would start doing Electric Slide where they take over the whole floor, and we called it Square Dance. But it was to The Power, and that song, it became #1 in 7 countries, and then the rapper found out and sued him. And but it was an incredible time. We had a lot of great songs. Most of the songs in the mid '80s, Ken and my brother, Ken Collier, and my blood brothers, Larry Wells, would send me songs. So I would be the only one with the song. You got to take into account. There was no internet. There was no social media. There was no pagers. Definitely no cell phones. Nothing of that nature at all. So it was all word of mouth. And when you saw people with DJs would come and just stand in front of the turntables and try to read the song. So I had to start putting labels on top of the label so they couldn't read them.
Okay.
Because the longer they don't know what it is, the harder it is for them to get.
Right.
So,
but thankfully now we have Shazam.
Shazam! Oh God, if they had Shazam back then, I would have got raped every week. They were there ready to get me.
No Vaseline.
Vaseline had to tow me up.
Now, this is one question I ask all DJs, and I know one of them is going to be, but who are your top 5 Detroit DJs?
Of all time?
Of all time, top 5 Detroit only DJs.
Okay, you cannot talk about house music in Detroit without the name King Kyle.
I knew he was going to be
Anybody who says otherwise is lying, or they're too young and really wasn't there. Okay. We were all teenagers when Ken was grown, and he was playing everywhere, clubs all over the place. When we came into being, a guy named Todd Johnson started a group called Direct Drive, and it was just a sound company. And he brought speakers to everybody and lights, and it was Direct Drive Sound and Lights. And he came up with the idea that he wanted to have some DJs. And so he asked some different people to come and be involved. He asked Daryl Shannon, myself, he asked Delano, Jay Ralston, and Delano stayed with his guys at Cordier that all went to Central together. And I knew all of them when they were in high school too. And me and Daryl was at Mumford, I was at Redford, and we came in and started going around with the name Direct Drive. The majority of the people who use the name Direct Drive either got it from being on Daryl's crew, being on my crew, or Todd selected them himself.
So Todd Johnson really has been a part of this pretty much since the big,
And Todd Johnson's not a DJ. But Todd, you cannot talk about the history of Detroit House without Todd Johnson.
I didn't think so.
People don't understand that. Me and Todd went to Cass together in the 9th grade. We graduated in 79. We both graduated in 79.
Ooh, 79?
79.
Yup.
Yes, this is my 57th birthday.
You look good. You look good. You look good. And you look good too, Todd.
Oh, yeah. And so when I left and went to Redford in my junior year, then we started taking more of the stuff over there, but Todd always kept a link with me. So when we did Direct Drive, he brought me into that as one of the first DJs along with Daryl Shannon.
And Daryl Shannon, I remember Daryl Shannon being a monster.
Daryl was a beast. And, you know, he was at Mumford and the Charivari guys. We had a group called Remnique, and we had Redford and Henry Ford. And both groups, through huge parties, we rented places that adults weren't renting. We were the first ones rented the Bonnybrook, the Boxford Inn, places like that were country clubs for whites. And there was a lot of trailblazers in that time frame. But to answer your question, I would say.
So we got King Collier.
Yeah, and you got to have Dale Willis. You can't talk about it without Dale Willis. And they were pioneers. When you start talking about the artistry of playing, one of the people that I helped teach because he was younger than me, and I would take my records over to his mom's house and play was Al Aston.
Wow.
And Al was the natural. So when I say I taught, I helped him in his first rudiments of learning what he was doing. But anything I would show him, he would instantly pick it up.
I think Al Esther is one of those people that you don't have to tell him anything twice.
No,
it's just born. It's just in him.
He was a natural. He had a wonderful mom, and I loved her dearly, as he knows. And Al was a natural.
So we got Ken Collier, we got Dale Willis, we got 3 more.
Okay. If I'm going to give you 3 pioneers, and then I'll give you a couple people that came in. Felton was a pioneer as well. One of the first playing on the radio, mixing on the radio. I think he gets overshadowed in a lot of ways, but he was a beast.
Yeah, I don't think Felton gets the love he deserves either. But that's okay. I'm going to get it.
Can I give you the top 5 pioneers and the top 5 guys out?
Okay. It's your birthday, so the birthday edition, people get a pass.
Thank you so much, because they need to know these people. There was a guy that played with Ken. Oh my goodness, I can't believe his name is slipping my mind. Oh my goodness, it will kill me. Elton Weathers.
Okay.
He was, from a straight technical level, he was better than Ken. He wasn't a pioneer that Ken was, but when you're talking about straight technical skills, Elton was unbelievable. Elton Weathers and Stacey Hale.
Okay.
The pioneers, you can't write it without those people.
Yeah, you can't really. Stacy kicked the door in for
And when I met her, Ken said to me, I'm going to introduce you to the greatest female DJ you ever gonna hear. My sister, Stacy Hale. And so for the rest of my life until this day, I call her auntie. As she knows, because I call Ken my DJ father. And so I've known Stacy 37, 38 years.
Wow.
Okay. But when you say after that, I would have to go.
And these are your top 5 DJ non-pioneers.
Right. And they're sort of pioneer, but they came a little after. I would have to say Daryl. I would have to say Delano. I would have to say Al. Man. I would have to say Ray Berry, who I also taught in my basement, my mama's basement. And
that's what I'm talking about. The only other person to say that was John Easley. So I love it when you all give your own selves.
And John Easley is a beast too. John Easley is a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah, John Easley is definitely a beast.
He's one of those ones that people just don't know like they should know who he was. John is an incredible mind and talent, but he never gotten the credit that he really deserved. You know what I mean? You know, it's certain people, studio giants like Piranha Head and stuff that they never fully get the credit that they should have gotten.
Right.
Yeah. And most of I don't think I have hardly any DJs I'm not friends with, because I always was a person that I believed in sharing, and they knew it, and I was always open about it. So I got a lot of people that I really love their game, their style.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I do this is because I respect what you guys do so much. But one thing I wanted to get out of the way before, because I feel a little rain coming. But you left here, you went to the Carolinas. When you left here, I don't know how big the house scene was in the Carolinas, but I absolutely love what you're doing. You're taking us to them, and you're bringing more to us.
And I'm going to tell you, I never would have got this done, what I'm doing, which is already huge. We're going to have a house in the park this year. It's going to be gigantic in Columbia, South Carolina. But I met a young lady there who was from South Carolina named Kelly Kale. She's an incredible DJ, but she's an incredible promoter as well. And she's the driving force behind the project. She just put me down and let me be the face and the mouthpiece of it, but she is the driving force.
Now, what is your DJ theme track? What is the track that gets you motivated, gets you hyped?
When I play down there, that stays in rotation. I have a mix that I do of Stacy Hale's remix of Beans, Greens, Tomato with Workout, where I have them both going.
Hold on. The producer of the show is telling me to wrap it up. So we gotta wrap it up. The producer is saying
thank you for the time.
No. We gonna end this right. Tamara, do we have like 5 minutes?
What you say?
Do we have like 5 minutes?
Okay.
So your DJ theme track is
a blend. Oh man. My DJ theme track is I Remember House Before It Was Called Out. When I play that, they lose.
All right. Well, J. Abraham Wells, Father Abraham, thank you so much.
Good night.
PJ, I love you. Thank you.
I love you too. And I try to get all Detroit DJs, and since you're here, I had to get Father Abraham.
Thank you.
You are a driving force, and I don't think you get a lot of credit that you deserve either. So I want to thank you for that history lesson. I truly appreciate it, and you have a safe trip back to Carolina.
I hope we can talk again later.
But don't forget where home is.
I never do.
Don't you forget where home is.
Thank you, dear.
All right, everybody, say happy birthday to Father Abraham.
It's my birthday.
And catch us in traffic. Happy birthday.